Welcome to the Sales Influence Podcast, where we talk about finding the why in how people buy. I'm your host, Victor Antonio, and today I want to talk to you about honesty. Yes, honesty. I just want to talk to you. I don't have any notes in front of me. I just want to talk to you about honesty. Because one of the things that will help us sell more effectively is honesty. Now, honesty is a two-way street. Obviously, we always tell ourselves we want to be honest with our customers. We understand the benefit of that, of course. But we also want to be honest with ourselves. Yes, honesty is a two-way street. Now, let's start with the customer side. We want to be honest with our customers for several reasons. Why? One is that we don't want to develop a bad reputation. But two, we don't want to deceive people. We don't want to have to cover our backsides. If we tell our customer it does this, but we know it doesn't, that's just deceiving a customer, and in the long run, you will not last long in selling by deceiving customers. If you work within a certain market niche or market segment, you know that you typically run into the same people from different companies at trade shows or different events. So the last thing you want to do is build a reputation around lying to people. Now, there's two ways of lying to people. One is directly lying by telling them something that isn't true. But there's also lying by omission, by not telling them something that they should know. Leaving something out of the presentation, not bringing up something. Now, if you want to make a fast buck, if you want to make a quick buck, then maybe lying will get you there faster. If that's who you are and you're okay with that, yeah, you know what? You can lie to your customer. It'll be a one and done. By one and done, I mean you'll get one sale and then you're done. They'll never buy from you again once they realize that they've been deceived. And I want you to put yourself in the customer's position. What if somebody lied to you? How would you feel? Is that the way you want to be sold to? I don't think so. I think the more you can be honest with your customers, the more you can really just I don't want to say put your heart on the line, but put your heart and brain on the line and really express to the customer what's going on. Customers today need help. There's so many options out there for them that they're confused. They don't know what to buy. They want to make a buying decision, but sometimes the choices are so many that they need you to guide them. And if you want a long-term relationship or you want longevity in the business of selling, then I suggest to you that you be honest with your customers. Really be honest with your customers. Because again, once they find out you're lying, you're screwed. But let's reverse this now. Let's talk about why it's important to be honest with yourself. Something we don't talk about or really consider sometimes. If you don't like selling, you need to ask yourself why you don't like selling. Because I've had people say, well, Victor, I don't know. I don't like selling. And I always ask them why. And they can't really give me an answer, but I know what the answer is. In their mind, they have this preconceived notion, a negative connotation of what a salesperson is. They see a salesperson as, somebody who always lies. They're fast talking. They always lie. They don't have any morals, zero moral compass. They'll do anything to get a deal. They're like dirty in their business behavior. That's why I don't want to be in sales, Victor. And I think I know when I talk to them, I try to readjust their mindset. And maybe by you listening to this podcast, I can readjust yours if that's what you're thinking. See, sales is a noble profession. Listen to what I just said. Sales is a noble profession because our job is not just to sell a product. If that's all you do, then you're not really in sales. Our job is to help the customer. Our job is to help the customer, you've heard me say this many times, to increase their revenue. Our job is to help them reduce their costs. Our job is to help them expand their market share. And that's a B2B scenario. If your B2C is, my product will help you psychologically, mentally help you. Maybe it'll help you physically. Maybe it'll help you financially. But I know that my product is going to help you. And when you know deep down inside your product is there to help other people, you're no longer a salesperson begging for a sale. Listen carefully. When you know your product or service can help your customer, you're no longer begging for a sale. That's not what true salespeople do. True salespeople do not beg for a sale. We are not beggars. Salespeople are not beggars. We are helpers. We are enablers. We help people. We enable companies to build through our products and through our service. So when I show up to your doorstep or your company, I don't come begging for your business. I come here to enable, to help you grow your business using my products or services. Now think about that. Totally different mind shift. Because now if you see yourself as an enabler, to me that is noble. Because here's what happens. If I can help a company grow, that company has 100 employees. Those 100 employees have families. And I've just impacted not only the company, but I've also helped those employees stay employed. Why? Because the company is growing. And as companies grow, guess what? They hire more people. That means indirectly, I'm helping more families. Do you understand what's going on here? You're helping companies grow, and you're also helping families. But then look inward towards your company because you're selling more. Your company stays in business, and let's say your company has 100 people working for them. That's 100 families. And the more you sell, the more the business grows, the number of people hired grows, the more families you impact. So not only do you impact your personal life, you impact the people that work at your company, and you impact their families. You also impact the customer. You help them grow, but you also impact the employees they have and the families of those employees. Do you now see why selling is a noble profession? If you are trustworthy and respectful, and you do not lie to your customers, if you have a valid product, guess what? Take it to market and sell it. You are helping society. You are helping the economic engine we call capitalism. Capitalism is not a dirty word. Capitalism is a great word. It basically means value for value. I offer you value, you give me value. That is a true capitalistic exchange, and nobody can argue with the morality of that exchange. Think about this. I want you to understand that it begins with being honest about who you are, what you sell, and what you tell your customers. You don't have to hide. You don't have to come up with a facade. You don't have to pretend to be anybody else. You can just be you. Sell the way you sell. Too often I get people say, Victor, I want to sell just like you. And I'm like, no, you don't. You don't want to sell like me. You want to sell like you. Because when you sell like you, listen carefully, you are authentic. See, that's what customers want. They want authenticity. Authenticity, I mean, that combination, the 1-2 punch, trustworthy, authentic, that's what customers want. Do not try to sell like somebody else because your customers will detect it and they'll know that it's not you being authentic. So again, sales is a noble profession. We maintain that nobility by being honest with our customers and delivering value. Do these two things, and you'll always be proud to be in sales. Anyway, that's it for this Sales Influence podcast. I hope I didn't go too deep on you on that one. But anyway, don't forget to leave me some feedback on iTunes, Stitcher, or YouTube. Let me know what you think. As always, I do appreciate it. Also, check out my sales training website. You know the one, seminarsonselling.com. Also, got a couple of books coming out for release. I'm super excited. One's on sales, one on motivation, and I'm excited about both of them, so I'll keep you posted. Lastly, I want to thank you for listening. This is Victor Antonio, always reminding you, selling ain't hard when you know how. Take care.
Every manager can feel it. The difference between a motivated, value-driven sales team and one that's stuck in a rut. CEOs know the difference too. They can see it clearly in the profit and loss columns. The question is, how do you get your team to this elite level? Is there something extra you can do to break through the remaining resistance and equip them with the right mindset to grow your business? Yes, there is. But you're not going to do it with one of those cheesy inspirational speakers or some self-proclaimed guru. What you need is someone with a real business track record to deliver key insights in a captivating way, to give your team the right tools for selling in today's tough marketplace. Enter Victor Antonio, experienced executive, innovative thinker, compelling speaker. He's ready to deliver the message you need your people to hear, not with a canned speech, but a customized, dynamic keynote designed to deliver results. Bring Victor Antonio to your next event before the competition does.